Thank you for watching MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm Frank Trigg. That is David Rickels. He's getting ready to fight Mike Chandler, July 31st, Bellator MMA. But more importantly, I really got to start recording these interviews a lot sooner because we start talking about Froyo and your ugly ass beard you still have, and I mean, there's a lot of crap that goes on before we even get started. First of all, talking about Froyo, how is your diet doing right now?
Man, diet is I think that's a really important part of training camps, honestly. And my diligence this camp has been much better than in the past. I guess you could say there's higher stakes at the line, Bellator Championship. I got to stay a little more focused.
Well, when you're a welterweight, you were known. Well, I knew that you didn't keep your weight under control so much because it was so easy for you to make weight, and then you kind of didn't have a really good run there. Get down to 55, all of a sudden you're on fire, lighting everybody up. An injury happens, you get slated, and all of a sudden you're in, and you're fighting for the title. Can you explain that phone call from Bjorn Renby? Kind of what was it like to get the phone call that now you're fighting Mike Chandler?
Hello? Oh shit! Really? Okay. Yeah. No. Seriously. Like it was honestly like, oh shit. I was at the gym. Yeah, but I've been training. I was training a lot of our guys. I'm the kickboxing coach out here in Manhattan, and so we surprisingly have quite a few guys. We got Fort Riley that's right over there, and we got quite a few amateurs that fight. And all I was doing was training people. I was not doing any training myself at all. I was enjoying my time off, eating the real ice cream, eating a lot of fried food, drinking a lot of booze, having a good time. Kind of enjoying myself. I fought 4 times in 4 months, and I got that call, man, and hey, I switched into gear quick. That next day, I was on it, man.
How heavy were you? Was weight going to be an issue from the beginning, or were you kind of under control after a couple days?
Oh, man. No. No. I dieted hard. Like, I hit it really hard right off the bat so that I could drop a lot of those initial pounds, fast, okay? Because, you don't want to have to, like, scurry at last minute to lose a bunch of weight. So I hit it hard right off the bat so I could lose a bunch. I was sitting, I was given bloated, salty foods, stuff like that, but I was sitting at 205 pounds.
What? 205 pounds?
I was fat boy.
That's 60 pounds overweight. 50 pounds overweight.
I mean, 60 pounds of, like, fat and feeling good, but, yeah. It's come off quick. Hey, it's come off quick. I'm going to start a diet plan, the caveman diet.
Did trimming the beard at all help lose weight? Does that help lose weight at all?
Well, I'm not going to try it. I'm not about to find out.
I'm going to get you to cut that thing off. Yeah, you watch. Something's going to happen if they cut it off. You watch. I'm going to get that thing off your face.
Hey, put a bid on eBay. We get the money high enough.
Yeah, you're just like me. You put it up high enough, you'll do anything. I'll even grow hair back for that kind of money. All right, let's break down Mike Chandler. Obviously you saw the Chris Weidman Anderson Silva fight. That had to give you some inspiration. Weidman coming out there and beating up Silva because since Michael Chandler beat Alvarez, he's kind of been the guy that Bellator has. He's the face of the company for the most part. That is just unstoppable, and that's basically what you're walking into. You're not walking into the greatest of all time in Anderson Silva, but you are working a very formidable opponent in Michael Chandler. He's 11-0. You're 14-1. Your records aren't very different. But he seems to be getting a lot more pop than you have, and they're touting him to be like the huge favorite with the belt.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, what he did in the short time in Bellator was, pretty awesome. So, like, the hype that's behind him, I can see where the people are coming from. Slicks his hair over, he looks all good and stuff, and, he goes to the VMA Awards and this and that. Yeah. So, great face for the company. But the truth is, I think he's a great fighter. I think I'm a great fighter also. I think he's seen a great fighter in Eddie Alvarez, and he's about to see a tough-ass caveman coming at him the same exact way. I really think a lot of his success has come from, not necessarily scaring guys, but guys are a little intimidated when they get in there with him. The pressure that he puts on fighters right off of the bat, make a lot of guys crumble. But, that's gonna be it's hard to make me crumble, man. So I'm really looking forward to the style of fight. It's gonna be bell go. So I'm looking forward to that.
The one thing about Michael Chandler is there is not a feeling out period. It is time to go. It is time to move as quick as possible. Once that bell goes, once that cage door closes, you're on. And have you been doing scenarios like that in practice, like to get you used to having to chase people down and realize that this guy's coming at you full force the entire time? Have you been doing drills like that?
Have I been doing? Yeah. A lot of the type of stuff we've been doing is bell goes 100% that round. And I'm making sure I'm doing that for 5-5s. I'm a big believer in training what you're gonna fight, so I try to push myself for at least 5-5s. I've been doing at least 5-5s, 100%, the entire time, and it's been working out. I feel like my cardio is the greatest it's been. This is a crazy enough fight, man, that it might not go 5-5s. Like the way that we both fight, anything could happen, but I'm prepared for it.
Now, you said in a previous interview with somebody else that you're going to expose Michael Chandler. You're going to expose him. Now, did you see something that you've been able to exploit to expose him, or you just expose him because you're the tougher caveman? You're going to come out there and beat him up old school style.
I like old school style. I've always been a big fan of old school style, and the fact that I'm just going out there to fist fight this guy. I don't think that there's. I mean, everybody, like, if you ask Greg Jackson this question, he'd say that I was full of shit. But I'm not a big believer of like game plans. Like, I feel like I do a lot better when I just fight off of reaction, off of quote unquote natural instincts. So that's why I try to finely tune everywhere. So, if I get into this situation, I can react to it. If I end up on my back, I react to it, try to stand up, throw up submissions, throwing elbows, this and that. So exposing him, like there's some big flaw in his game, I don't think there's a huge flaw in his game, but I think that he likes to be the hammer, and I'd like to, be the nail or be the hammer myself on him. You know what I mean?
This fight's down in New Mexico. And if I recall correctly, from where you're at right now in Kansas to where you're going in New Mexico, there's a little bit of altitude to deal with. Do you think the altitude will be a major factor during this fight?
I don't think it's going to be a huge factor. I hope not. I felt it a little because my cardio feels great, so I'd hate to get out there and like whatever. But I fought there before, and I didn't feel much of. I fought, the 15 minutes. And I felt pretty good throughout that whole time, pushing it bell to bell. So, like one of the biggest things I felt was when I was out there was almost a little bit slower. Not necessarily that I was like I would get tired, but it took me longer to start actually.
Okay.
Like to get going. So, I'm a little bit of a slow starter, so that's something I'm gonna have to take into account. Is I gotta be able to go right when that bell goes. So
who's coming to corner you for this fight?
I've got a couple guys. Joe knows always my homie, black belt instructor, and Andy Zerger, my Muay Thai coach, and just life buddy Greg Vandercreek. He's also at our gym.
Isn't he also your life partner? Not only your life buddy, but isn't he your life partner too?
Yeah. You could say that.
You guys are inseparable. Like it's every time that anybody's talked about, it's like Dave and his buddy. I'm like, I don't know who his buddy is. Like, what are you talking about? This buddy? Everyone talks about this buddy.
My dog? No, no, Joe. They're talking about Joe, man. Me and Joe are compadres, man. We do a lot together. We really vibe off each other for fights and stuff, like getting each other hyped, this and that. And I have this really cool thing. Like, I love it so much. Like, my kickboxing coach is the most laid-back person ever. And he's like, just go out there and do your thing and this and that and implement your skills. And then Joe's over here like, fucking kill him, this and that, So, like, I have, like, both spectrums of, like, get hype and then also, calm.
And which one works better? Do you need both? to find the middle ground, or does one side work better than the other?
It's worked pretty good so far. I think they just bring me into this like trifecta like of awesomeness.
I can't even imagine how that room is with Joe Wilkin there, just going nuts. I can't even fathom it.
Dude, he's crazy, man. He gets so damn nervous, man. I think he's about to throw up right before I go fight.
Probably, knowing him and the way he eats, you know.
Yeah. Bad habits I've learned from that guy.
Yeah, I know. He's not known for his very good diets. His amazing triangle, his incredible arm bars, but his diet is not something you want to follow him on.
Yeah, I was clowning on him. He's doing really good on his like get big diet right now.
A lot of ice cream, a lot of ice cream, and a lot of cake.
Yeah. Sure. Yep.
All right. Well, thanks, Dave, for coming on here with us at MMA Oddsbreaker. We appreciate it. Good luck against Michael Chandler. Bellator, July 31st. Enjoy yourself, buddy. We'll talk to you soon.
No doubt. Thank you, man.